Let's learn about the new student options in AccuTrack or AccuSQL 2015. First of all, what is a new student? Okay, a new student is someone that isn't currently in the database in the user's students list. So as you can see, I have 5,050 students in here. However, if I return to my sign-in screen, in this case I'll enter an ID that doesn't exist, and it will pop open the new student screen. It's showing the ID of the student ID I just entered, but now I can put that information in. Now I'd also like to mention that I like to discourage new students entering themselves in the database because it has a tendency to muck up the data, if you will. So it'd be a better solution if you can import the student information. Some colleges don't have that capacity, so then they would have to allow new students to enter themselves. Okay, so let's go see how that works. In my users, I'm going to click Setup here. And then I have something called New Student Options. Now at the top here it says Allow New Students. If I uncheck that box, that means new students can't enter themselves, and then I can display a message. And I have the capacity to change that message. Okay, so I have something in Notepad here I'll paste in. I can save that. And now when I return to the sign-in screen and enter an ID that doesn't exist, it now displays whatever message I've created there. Okay. Now if we allow new students, we have a little more control. Back here in my Allow New Students screen, I've got Password Protect New Student screen. So if I did that, then at least I'd have a little control about who's entering themselves in my system. Okay. Also, when a new student comes in, I can play an audio alert, so maybe the front desk worker or somebody could go over and assist the student because it'd be a first-time sign-in. Also, these are the new student fields that are available. I can show or not show these fields: phone, email address, state, etc. I can make them required, so they have to enter that information before they move on. I can pre-fill an area code and the phone number format, so I'm using parentheses in between my phone numbers. If I didn't want to do that, I could just put 9s, for example. Pre-fill the email address, so you can use your college email extension if you'd like to, etc. So now I'll do that, and I've made my phone number required. So I come in, it wants the password, I enter that, and now I enter myself. Okay, and any of the fields that have a red dot next to them indicate that they're required fields. Now the only 3 that are absolutely required are the student ID that you capture initially, and then the first name and last name. Okay. Now the other thing here I have are these 10 profile fields, and I'll have a future video on how the profiles work exactly. But let me just show you here in Student Demographics Profile Setup. These are the 10 profile questions that I can ask in my default lab. I can have different ones for different labs, by the way. But I have the capacity to hide or show those to the student. So if I uncheck Show on 8, 9, and 10, for example, and return to my sign-in screen and enter a new student, now I'm only showing these profile fields, and the other 3 are hidden. And by the way, for existing students, if I'd like them to update their profile information, I can go here to Student Demographics Setup and turn Update Profile on. So that means for any new or existing students, that come in, they will get the Please Update Your Information screen one time while the Update Profile is on. Okay, so now I enter an existing student, and it asks me to update my information. Okay, and program is required here for my profile field. I continue on, and then I go about my sign-in.